I should introduce this one. I can also put my phone on the wall right here. No? Look at this.
Now we're missing the... Look.
Raz, dva, tři. Raz.
Raser L.
Welcome to beautiful, sunny Radotín, Czechia for the men's final of this year's KGC Cup, featuring the Oslo Saints, champions out of Norway, playing against the Spencer Sparrows, coming from London, the champions of the English League. It's not actually that beautiful right now. We got a nice steady rain coming down. It's been on and off all day. This is the second time these teams are seeing each other. They had one of the first games of the tournament. Oslo had probably the best performance against Spencer to date, but fell in a hard-fought game, and now we've got the rematch here for the championship. Oslo has been strong here in the last few iterations of KGC. This last one's held in Barcelona, and Spencer is trying to go back-to-back, not themselves, but for the English League, as last year Hampstead out of the English League also won the KGC championship. And here we go. Nice tie-up. And a great ground ball from Oslo's player coach, captain Thomas Graham, moves it up the field. And Oslo will start the game on offense. It's a strong Oslo team. They've had some really great showings here at KGC the last few years. They always bring a strong team, a lot of talent from the Norwegian national team. Play very cohesive, great team ball with some really strong individual performers to go with that. Spencer, of course, very similar. One of the perennial powers in the English League. Back here after, I think, a one-year hiatus. Play also a very strong team ball. We play a little bit more of a possession game since Spencer has a few more sets. Wow. Now we have an injured pull down for Spencer. He's pushed off the field, and it looks like he hit there's a concrete curb on the turf before the fence line where the grass is, and it looks like he fell into that concrete curb. That's number 4, Paul Wainwright, on the ground, and his teammates come over to help him out. Surprised there was no push there. The refs are letting them play a little bit, a very physical brand. These two teams are physical. They've both been for the entire tournament. So it's no surprise that the refs are saying, you know, this is big boy lacrosse, let the boys play. It's unfortunate. There's a bit of a dangerous play there, being pushed off the side of the field and right into the curb. Hard to tell from our vantage point what's injured, but he's taking his time on the ground. And he's up. Looks a little bit woozy. Hard to see. Maybe he's holding his back a little bit. He might have hit a hip. And he's definitely gingerly walking back. It looks like he's going to try to get right back on the field. Yeah, it looks like it could be maybe he hit his back on that concrete. But he's got a sub on for him as he comes off. It's going to be Oslo ball. As the sun actually did come out here. And when the sun has been out this weekend, it has been beautiful. The weather has been perfect for lacrosse. Maybe a little chilly for the spectators, but very nice for playing. If you took away the rain, it would be, I don't think anybody would have complained about how the temperatures worked out for us this weekend. Nice team defense from Spencer there. A good slide and recovery. We get back to the guy, and then the adjacent help is able to turn away any shot. Also, reload up top with Thomas Graham. He dodges down the alley, draws 2. He's got all eyes on him. And unfortunately, an unforced error throws the ball over the head of number 4, the Team Finland captain, Grunda Otnes. Spencer will restart in their clear. Looks like they run more of a typical, it looks like a 3-4. They have 3 poles on. Maybe a little bit of a diamond here. Bring the short stick down to come and get it. See if he can, what we call, punt return that ball up and over. Meanwhile, the Saints are just sitting back in a 3-3 zone, daring Spencer to hit somebody that they can then double team. Nice patience from Oslo and also nice patience from Spencer. They've got no reason to push it here. We get it to the pole over. And even though Oslo came to put pressure with the pole, he gets it off quick. Nice support from the attackman. And we got a good clear. Again, Spencer's going to set up here in their open offense. You see nobody on the crease, and they're looking to set picks on this adjacent to try to create confusion with this Oslo team. It's not common that teams run offense with no crease play, so most teams are used to defending. Oh, nice shot and a great save. Outside, that was deep. But the goalie saw it, couldn't quite get a stick on it, but got enough of a piece to get it out. As I was saying, the Spencer team here, oh, wow. Oh, we have a great take, but he stepped in the crease, so it's going to be Oslo's ball. Most teams run an offense that has a crease player, so most teams get used to defending with a slide that comes from the crease. So when you see a team that has no crease offensive player, you have to practice more sliding adjacent, which is not totally natural for defenses to do. So that's be very effective, especially if you have good pick play and your team and you move your off ball movement is there. Spencer obviously runs it very well, and their players know what to do as they have plenty of experience with that from Team England. Oslo there gets it over to their pole, who makes a poor pass, and we lose that one off the end line. Oslo now putting a little bit more pressure on the ride. They get the over and the nice out, and the shorty wisely comes to get the ball as we have another successful clear for Spencer. Spencer's been dominating the time of possession here. We are just over 10 minutes into the first half, 20-minute running halves. And Oslo has really only had 1, maybe 2 solid offensive possessions. Spencer, meanwhile, this is their 4th or 5th, and they're getting good looks, it seems, whenever they want. There we go, sweep over the top. Looking for those picks on the adjacents, but it's that offensive player's responsibility to run his guy off the pick. He didn't quite get enough of a dodge in to be able to run his guy off the pick. On England, looks like he is one of their Team England box players, number 9, Ben Buchanan, and some heavy pressure on the ball leads to a throwaway. Bit of an uncharacteristic mistake from Spencer, but Oslo will take it, and they'll try to clear the ball. Somebody tell the bench to get some balls on the end line, because there's none left, and Oslo's going to need some quick restarts if they want to give themselves a good chance to be clearing this ball more effectively. Here we go again, Oslo with 2 guys in the middle, 2 short sticks in the middle looking to clear. We get the ball to the pole, who steps over and gets immediate pressure, but they get it off again to their captain. Oslo's looking to get a nice offensive set here. They could probably use to hold the ball a little bit. They've been running in transition quite a lot, and I think settling it down here and trying to get a nice long possession to give their defense a rest would be beneficial, especially if they can end it with a goal. A lot of pressure on ball here from Spencer. Pretty characteristic. They are a very aggressive team defense. They've got the guys to run it. They're extremely skilled. They have all the checks. You also see Spencer here giving a little bit of a lockout to number 6, Thomas Graham. Again, they know a lot of the offense from Oslo starts with number 6. So if you lock him out, if he has a shorty, it's probably going to be a lockout. Otherwise, you look at that quick double, triple team even from Spencer, and Spencer gets just enough of a piece of that to avoid what would have been a really good opportunity. Some chirping here as the Spencer player threw the ball back a little bit. Oslo comes to get it. He's trying with a little bit of gamesmanship here. Of course, Oslo trying to take more space so that he can get more of a run over the midfield line, and Spencer does a good job at double teaming the short stick, get the ball out of his stick. But they get it over to the far side, over to their pole again, who just gets it off to their attack. And Oslo will set up in their offense. Set up here in a 1-3-2, looking for a pick from their attackman over the top. But Spencer does a good job helping in from the backside, and then a great job again in the passing lanes to knock this ball down. We're gonna have a flag here. And we're getting Oslo, number 6, Thomas Graham, for the slash. I didn't see it, but I know if it was bad enough for Ryan Wallace to throw a flag, he must have earned it. Spencer looking to push quickly, but rightfully so. Oslo is allowed to sub and get the right guys on for their defense, and Spencer sets up in their offense. Man-up offense here, looking to make it 3-0. The scoreboard is off. I'm not sure if the score is right on the feed, but no scoreboard here, so the time must be being kept by the refs on the field. Spencer in their 1-3-2. Let's see, we get some scissor cuts into a 1-4-1. Look to the wing. And Spencer's called for interference. Those scissor cuts come through there in the crease. They're looking to cause havoc and move the ball to the backside, but I guess Spencer ran a little bit too hard into some of those Oslo defenders, enough to warrant an interference call from the refs. Still man down here for a little bit longer. It was a minute penalty for that slash. Good chase, and we got a ground ball scuffle. And Oslo comes up, ooh, yeah, wow, good call from the ref. Oh, hold on, uh-oh, we've got an Oslo player down. It looked like, so what it looked like just happened is that the Oslo attackman pushed the defender over the midline, who then made contact with Oslo number 4. Looks like he hit him in the shoulder. He's holding his shoulder there. You can tell he's not wearing any shoulder pads under that jersey. And not to say that there's kind of it's kind of like a swag thing. I don't know, maybe comfortability. A lot of guys don't like wearing shoulder pads, but it can sometimes result in some injuries like that. You take a hard check to the shoulder, whether it's a body check or a stick check, and sometimes there's a lot of bone and cartilage up there. It can make, you can feel it. Wow, another pipe for Spencer. That's at least their second. A great move from number 82 for Spencer, Sam Hewitt, but he's denied. And then the overpass is broken up, but goes out of bounds off of Spencer, and Oslo will have another chance here. They got to take care of the ball on this clear. Spencer doing a good job making it tough on Oslo to clear it. No easy clears, nothing free, and they're really trying to make these Oslo poles handle, and so far it's worked out for Spencer. A lot of questionable passes, a lot of dicey situations that these Oslo poles have found themselves in, but here is a good clear as they get it to number 21. Great fake. Can they run? Oh, but they can't run the fast break, as there's a great check to break that up and get in a nice GB from the Spencer keeper, Cal Dwobang. It's great communication from Spencer here. Way to move upfield, find the open guy, and get it on over to their offense as now, once again, Spencer is on the attack. Again, I'm not sure how much time is left. If I had to guess, I'd say we've only got 2 or 3 minutes left, but most of this half has been dominated by Spencer. It doesn't exactly show it on the scoreboard. We've got some great goalie play and a couple pipes to keep this thing close. And as I say that, we get an attackman coming out of the box, number 29, Dan Watson, who, with pace, runs by his guy, and with the stick in his left hand, puts it right off the goalie's hip. That's a really effective way to generate offense often is you get a guy coming out of the box, and if you can get the ball to him dodging full speed, it's really hard for the defense to be able to match that. You really have to retreat quickly to try to match that pace, and if you don't, then you're probably reaching and getting run by. And Oslo wasn't ready to slide, and Spencer took advantage. Great play all around, good offense. Oslo getting set up here. Again, trying to get something going. It's been tough sledding. A lot of great passing lanes. Spencer's all over the passing lanes. They're aggressive on ball. Dodges are getting killed from the start. Oslo's having a chance. I heard 1 minute here on the field. Wow, another great double team. Smart double team. You see that offensive player turns his back, and Spencer's right on him to put the ball on the ground. And now Spencer will take their time. No need to rush. They've got the lead, but they move the ball upfield. That's an attackman who takes a nice check off his hand, but nothing from the ref. Again, letting the boys play. And Spencer will try to get one more here before we go into halftime. 10 seconds, short time for Spencer. They find the crease, an amazing pass and catch, but Oslo gets in the way of the shot. They get it out to the corner. I must have been mistaken. There has to be more time than that because I thought I heard 10. There's 25 seconds, probably at 20 now. Fight to the middle and just enough of a check on his hands to send that shot over. Spencer with one more chance here. Just a speed dodge. He gets around. He beats his guy, but he can't quite get enough extension on that to score. We're short time here. Spencer with the ball. We're wide open. Wow. High to high. Goalie stays big, stands tall. Great stick save. And that's going to be the end of the first half. I believe the score is 3-0. We got a little scuffle after the play. The Spencer Pole didn't like what happened. Having a nice talk there, number 4 from Spencer, Paul Wainwright, with the Saint attackman, number 57, Hao Vu. Just some friendly words. Probably just talking about how fun this game is and how happy they are the rain stopped. And it's time for a break here in Radotín. And if you're not watching the other stream of the women's championship game, it looks like that just ended, and the home team, Radotín, looks like they were unfortunately taken down in the finals by the Centaurs of London. So London looking to go with the twofer here, both trying to take home the championship. I don't know when the last time that happened was, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the two London teams that did it last. Spencer in good position to keep that going here with a 3-0 lead as we have 20 minutes left in this game. We'll see if they can close this thing out. I think the key so far has been strong on both ends, aggressive dodging on offense for Spencer, and on the defensive end, just some really smart double teams and aggressive play from Spencer. They're all over Oslo's hands, sending double teams when guys' backs are turned, and knock down a bunch of passes. And then, of course, when they do get beat, they've gotten some strong play from their goalie, Hal Dwobeng, and that is a recipe for a first-half shutout. Meanwhile, Oslo, if I was in their huddle right now, I'd be saying, guys, we got to attack pressure with pressure. They're going backwards on offense, running away from these guys, and that just allows the Spencer Poles to throw even more checks. We got to attack them, go at them, go through their chest, and make them pay for all the pressure that they're putting on. Defensively, they've actually had they've done a decent job. Now, of course, they've had to be bailed out by their goalie in the pipe a few times, but to only give up 3 goals to Spencer and a half. That's about as good as anybody has done in this weekend on these guys. So nothing to be ashamed of. If you can get some more complementary lacrosse going, meaning, you know, you get your offense to hold that ball and put a couple in to go with the strong defense that you're playing, that could really make a difference here and build a little momentum. We'll see how it keeps it. The face-off X has been pretty even, so if Oslo can get a couple goals here, they're scrapping at the face-off X, so they'll have the chance for possession to make something happen. The other coaching point that I think I'd be talking to my players about is, hey, Poles, we might have to start to push it a little bit up the field, because there's it's a lot of passes. We've been moving the ball a lot, and it's been a little dicey. Thrown the ball away a few times, and you know, it hasn't been the easiest to clear the ball. So either Poles, we got to be ready to push if you have a lane, and then attack. Come and support, come get that ball from your Poles, or middies. We got to work a little bit harder. It's hard because there's a short bench for Oslo. They've only got a few guys there, so it's not like they've got all sorts of options to in terms of reinforcements if they're getting tired. But it's the last, and admittedly, it's clear that there's some tired legs out here. I mean, this is not a normal. This is more close to an international, like national team tournament, like the Euros or the Worlds, than what these teams normally would do with their club teams. A lot of countries will do maybe 2 games in 2 days on a weekend if there's a championship, but usually it's 1 game a weekend, so you don't usually get this much lacrosse. It really adds up. And here we go in the second half of the championship game here in now sunny Radotín. And like I was saying, oh, yeah, we're going to get withholding on Oslo. The face-off guy went to pull the ball out, and he kind of laid down on it as he tried to get his shoulder into it. They'll call him for withholding. And we get a big wind-up and a big pull from Spencer, number 56, Jack Robinson. He just misses wide. Smart shot. That's either going in bottom left or it's possession for your team. Those are the type of shots that your coach is okay with, even if you're pulling them from, 10+ meters. Spencer will set up again in that open offense, no crease, looking to extend their lead. Again, they've got 29, Dan Watson, running out of the box, the lefty attackman, looking to see if they can create some mismatches. Wow, another tremendous stop. Number 82 for Spencer, Sam Hewitt, has had a really great dodging day. He just hasn't quite been able to find the back of the net. And another quick up and out for Oslo. Smart play. 21, the pole carries, shoots a bouncer over the cage, and it's going to be Saints ball. That's a nice, easy clear that makes life a lot easier for your team. Well done from Lars Linder, especially after the tremendous save from Amir Bunjaku. Really, he's keeping them in the game right now, keeping this thing close and giving his offense a chance to respond. Oslo on offense, set up in what looks kind of like a 1-4-1 or maybe a 2-2-2. You see the 2 guys in the crease there. They're trying to create some mismatches, trying to get over the top. Great feed. Wow. And that connection, you've seen that if you've been watching these games, if you've been watching Oslo all weekend. Number 6, Thomas Graham, gets a little step over the top. Spencer's sucked in on the backside, and the lefty, Grunda Otnes, number 4, with the rip. Great shot. It's a tough one. The goalie's got to get across the cage and find that ball. And when you let it go with pace like that, it's pretty tough to make that save. Good off. Finally, they break the seal. Let's see if this gets that Oslo offense going. Oh, we got white on the flinch. It's going to be Oslo ball. That's a big one. Oslo now with another chance. Thomas Graham will carry it down, but they don't have numbers as they're subbing, and they'll get it up to their midfield, who's really been the workhorses of the day. You've seen most of these dodges so far for Oslo have either come from 57 Hauvu or their two-star midfielders, Grunda Oatness and Thomas Graham. Looks like they'll set up for that again as Thomas Graham dodges the long pole. Draws a slash straight to the face. Let's see if Oslo can take advantage. They take a shot from probably about 12 meters out, and that's not going to do it. But they will be here, man up. Big opportunity to cut this game to 1. That's where the aggression from Spencer can be a detriment. If you're under control and those checks land, you're putting the ball on the ground and you're causing chaos. But you miss, or you're a little over aggressive, and your team's in the box and playing more defense. 3-3, nice, just a little bit of a rotation, and there's that aggression again, causing a quick pass that goes over, but good hustle from the Saints to get it back, trying to get set up in their man-up offense. A rip there on off of the unsettled, but an easy save for Spencer. Now he's playing a little ring around the rosy with Oslo, trying to kill time, kill this 1-minute slashing penalty. Spencer wisely, not in any rush to move the ball up the field. That penalty should be released any minute, and then you'll probably see Spencer moving towards their offensive end. 3, 2, 1. Penalty is released, and here let's see if Spencer now makes some more of an effort to go to the cage. They got an open guy up here, number 3, the pole. Will he carry it over? He will. And again, good support from the attackman. They know when a pole steps over, it's the attack's job to go get it, and it makes the pole's life a lot easier. Oslo trying to get another stop here, give their offense a chance. The offense is looking better, looking a little sharper, playing a little faster here in the second half. That goal definitely gave them more life, but the shooting needs to improve because they are either missing the cage or they've been throwing some cupcakes. There we go, inside finish, and if you see a box helmet on a player and he's 1-on-0 with the goalie, you can basically guarantee that one's going to go in. That's number 9, Ben Buchanan. Throws, I don't know how many fakes. I lost track, but wow, crowd favorite, Ben Buchanan. And he scores to get the gap back to 3 for Spencer. Good offense. Draw the slide, find the back, move a little bit of off-ball movement, find the backside, and you're 1-on-0 with the goalie, and you're going back to the face-off X. Physical play from the face-off X, running into each other. Oslo won that face-off, but Spencer was in on it first. And they earned the possession, which is big here because Oslo had a little bit of time for their top guys to rest, and now here you go again. You see those same characters for the Saints, Ottness and Graham, back out here trying to get these Saints marching. Here it is, this 1-4-1 little pick down the alley for Thomas Graham, who lets it fly, but hard to go low to stick side high and beat a goalie of this caliber. That's an all-world player shooting on an all-world goalie, and it's that one goes to the goalie. Spencer pushes, great one more, and what a finish in transition. Look at that's what I'm talking about the one more, the unselfish play from Spencer. You've seen it all weekend. You rarely see them go one guy hard to the cage and be a hero. You see him dodge hard, and when that slide comes, before you know it, they're 3 or 4 passes later and the ball's in the back of the net. And that's exactly what happened there, as number 9, Ben Buchanan, could have taken that himself, but he makes the one more to find the face-off guy, Ryan Power. Always fun. Get your face-off guy a goal in transition. And now we'll see Spencer put, since I guess Ryan Power must have been tired after all that after that run. So now Spencer's putting number 4 Paul Wainwright out there with his face-off stick. two poles on the face-off X and a shorty down at defense. Not a surprise, but Oslo wins the face-off clean, but Spencer with the two poles on the face-off are able to scrap and get it. We got an open pole here for Spencer if they can find him. And we do, but he misses just barely, and because there's no attackman backing up on the fast break, the goalie's closest when it goes out, and we're going back to the Saints. What could have been a very exciting play, what we were looking for, a pole goal from number 51, Tom Roach, and instead is a turnover and gives the Saints a chance to answer. Kind of a gift here for the Saints. This is a big swing if the Saints can take advantage of this. Again, aggressive defense from Spencer. They put the ball on the ground, and they're off and running. Ooh, a little love tap on the shoulder there. I'd say that was out of control, but the refs let it play. And, oh, wow. I don't know if you want to call that unlucky or just, you know, good things happen to teams that work hard. And a nice cut from number 98, Ben Page Laycock. He's able to tap that in off the deflection from the pass from Taylor Harrison. I think in the scorebook, that should go assist 95, goal 98. So we don't get a pole goal, but we get a pole assist on a little bit of a funky play, but I don't think Spencer is going to complain. Again, they push in transition. They make the one more. Good things happen when you play unselfish lacrosse. What's the play going to be here? We got withholding. The ball got stuck in the back of Oslo's stick. And when he came out, he didn't come out until he kind of flung his stick. The ref calls that withholding. And Spencer will have the ball. We're just under 10 minutes here in the championship game. Spencer in control, and they're looking to put this one to bed if they can get another one. That open set cuts through the middle. You can see Oslo, they're just trying to keep guys in front of them. Tough to play team defense with all this off-ball movement. Again, Oslo's doing their best, but wow, nice shot. It's caught by the attackman. This could be dangerous. And we get a hard slash that's going to draw some pain, but also a penalty. Spencer's going to be man up for a minute. And keep in mind, as this happens, the clock runs. So as they call this penalty, and the penalty, the game clock is still running. That's an advantage for Spencer. They should be, again, in no rush. They sub their guys on, and they're going to get set up in their man-up offense. They'll get into this 1-3-2. Watch for them to get the ball to X, send the double cutters, and then try to get this ball back out the backside. Here we go. Swinging around. Cutter, cutter, pop. And the sneak, but they don't look for that. They do the one more. And an open shot with another tremendous save. Gets his body on. You see he dropped low. He's able to get that off the leg or the hand and turn that away. He's made a bunch of saves like that today. And again, having a great day keeping the Saints in this game. Ooh, great shot, but a nice stick from Thomas Graham. He puts that ball on the ground, and we're scrapping here. And just after he makes the play to stop the shot, he picks up the ground ball. He's off to the races. Can he make something happen? Not now, but he finds the one more for a nice finish again. Number 57, Hoi Vu, and I apologize if anybody's watching and I'm butchering that name, but really great transition. Thomas Graham puts in the effort, gets some space, passes off the one more, and the drops that sidearm and brings it high corner. That's a tough one to stop. But that's just effort right there. That's a big-time heart play. Really, really great to see, especially in the last game, as the game is almost out of reach, and the Saints give themselves some life. Faceoff is won by Spencer, and there's heavy pressure, but they get out of it. That's been the story. When there's heavy pressure on Oslo, the ball has ended up on the ground a lot, and Spencer, when there's been heavy pressure on them, have been able to find a way to keep the ball and get out, and that's just extra possessions, which leads to more opportunities. You're going to see some intentional offense here from Spencer again, I think, as they have no reason to be in a rush, but they run their offense, get some speed. Oh, get some speed and a nice shot, but we get a little fancy on that finish. I think he could have finished it just normally around the goalie. He throws the BTB, and he had the goalie beat, but he had a little too much whip on that stick. He put it into the ground. Smart that we get Oslo coming back to the ball with their shorty. Oh, no. We save it. I was going to say, the short stick comes back, saves his poles from carrying. A rogue pass is luckily saved by the attackman and saves the possession for Oslo. And now here we go. We got Spencer scrambling to get a pole to Thomas Graham. Thomas Graham gets some speed from up top, but he has to move it. Some great defense. Again, aggressive defense. Good rotation. Oh, and it bounces through to Graham. Oh, who shoots it just wide. Hits his own player in the body. Draws a flag, moves it up top, though, one more, and he puts it right off the stick side hip of Dwobeng. That's some good offense, guys. That's gritty. It's not pretty, but they get it done, right? It's not exactly like they drew it up. You saw that pass. Spencer was they fed the crease, and Spencer was all over it, but it bounced through to the far side. Graham took a rip, hits his own attackman, which then that's always dangerous when off a shot the ball stays in, because usually the defense gets a second to relax. And if the ball doesn't go out and the defense relaxes, that's just an opportunity for the offense to quick move the ball. It's exactly what they did. They got it up top. They had an awesome shot. Now Spencer's going to be man down. If Oslo can get this ball, they're going to have a chance to make this a 2-goal game. Graham with the ball. Attack comes to support, and here we go. Spencer drops back in their man-down defense, and Oslo's going to look to make this a 2-goal game. Look, if they score here, for them to call a timeout to stop the clock, I'd be telling them, let's go first time. Let's try to get this quick so we can get another man-up face-off and try and cut this lead even more. But first you got to score, and that's been tough on the Spencer defense, even with the man up today. Good ball movement. Got some rotation in that 3-3. Steps up, take a shot just wide. Going for the quick restart. There's a ball on the field. Bad luck for Oslo as that, unfortunately, ticks off just a couple more seconds. Another good take here from Oslo, but that's going to be the end of the penalty. Now we're back to all even, and with 3.5 minutes left, Oslo's going to have to play a little faster. They've scored 3 goals over the course of 37 minutes, and they've got to somehow find 3 more in the next 3.5. Thomas Graham, great dodge over the top. He lets it rip. He absolutely can. He's got a cannon, and that one goes wide. If he hits the cage there, he's given his team a chance every time he shoots the ball. Let's see if he goes again. Tries. Nice defense from Spencer. The double. They get the ball out of his stick, and because there's a bobble, Spencer is able to recover. Heavy chop. Again, laying the lumber, even though he's out of position. Wow, what a save. You see, we call that a little bit of a flop, but he falls to the ground. He covers a ton of space. He makes the body save, and he gets it up and out. Getting chased, number 8, gets the ball up. Good communication. You could hear the Spencer team talking to each other, and just like that, they get the ball over, and now it's it's danger time for Oslo. We're going to have to start to chase because with a 3-goal lead and the clock's approaching 2 minutes, you don't really have the luxury to wait for Spencer to miss or turn the ball over. You have to force the issue, and you can see some heavy legs on the Oslo side. Let's see if they can make it happen. Spencer content to just sit back and force Oslo to play him. Good one more. They're drawing slides. They're moving the ball around the field. I'm surprised that Spencer is playing this so aggressively, but they have confidence in their stick work, and it shows. They're getting some good opportunities. And just like that, we have another, well, this might be his first of the day for Will Prescott, maybe his second. But that's a nice take. Strong dodge to his left hand from X, gets a step on his guy. There's no slide, and he puts it right around the lefty goalie. It's just good offense. You see when that ball gets moving that quickly, and the defense has to slide and recover and rotate so many times. Eventually, they're either going to miss a rotation, or they're going to be slow to be ready to slide. And Spencer moves the ball as good as anybody in this on the continent, and that made it tough for that Oslo defense to keep up. Leads in a nice goal. Another scrap here off the face-off X. Been like this all day, and Oslo, good job. They come up with the ball, asking for a penalty off the extracurricular. Instead, they'll get the penalty, I think, a slash as the pole was carrying, and they were looking for what we'd call in basketball an and one, a goal with a penalty, but it will not be after another tremendous save by Duobang. He has got to have these 3 goals. He's at least at 5, 6, 7 saves. A really nice day for him. It's not like Oslo's been making it easy on him either. They've been firing from close range from all over, and he's standing tall. Sometimes that's the difference in the game. Great goalie play on both sides, really keeping this thing close. And before you know it, there's only 15 seconds left in the game, and I haven't seen anybody score 4 goals in 15 seconds, so I feel pretty comfortable saying that this one's over. But let's see. Oslo proud. I was trying to find one more on this man up, and that ball's going to roll to the corner, and with 2 seconds left, Spencer's going to be the ones coming out to get their goalie and celebrating as European club champions. Tremendous display on both ends of the field by Spencer to secure this win. 7-3, a low-scoring game, but Spencer took care of business with their tremendous ball movement on really strong ball pressure on defense, backed up by good goalie play. That's a good recipe for a win. Meanwhile, Oslo disappointed, but man, they had a great showing. To come to this tournament and only lose to one team, there's nothing to hang their heads about. They're going to go home disappointed again. They've been real close the last few years at this tournament, and they haven't quite got over the hump, but they got nothing to hang their heads about. They battled, had some really tremendous individual performances, and truly, as a defense, stood pretty tall. But it's not enough to beat the really deep and extremely talented Sparrows from London. So, entertaining game. Sun came out here at the end to make it a nice one for the spectators too. Been a great, and that's all she wrote from Radotín. Thanks to everybody that watched all the streams. Really tremendous production here from the team that put this together. If you've been following along, it's been high quality video. Every game is online. This is how you grow European lacrosse. Putting out a good product and letting people see that these boys can play. Truly impressive, and really appreciate. Also, shout out to the Radotín Lacrosse Club, who's been tremendous here. Great vendors, great food, cheap beer, which a lot of the spectators appreciate, and a really beautiful setting for this tournament. It's a great play. It's been in this tournament has been in Barcelona the last 3 years, and the Barcelona Lacrosse Club did a really great job there. And I think that Radotín showed this weekend that they absolutely were ready to host this, and And yeah, they did a great job doing so. I think a lot of people are already looking forward to book their trips back here for next year, and we'll see which of these teams will be back to try and do it all again, and what new teams there will be here in beautiful Radotín, Czechia. But yeah, that's all for now. Thanks everybody. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I don't know if there'll be a stream of the trophy ceremony, but that's taking place on the grass field behind us. One last time, thank you, Radotín. Congratulations, Spencer Sparrows, and congratulations to the Lady Centaurs on their tremendous win as well.